Good morning, Miss Love. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. Every day. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So, what better place to be than here with me? Hope you guys are ready to get this morning started. It's going to be the most amazing day. It's going to be a good day. Well, let me do an introduction. I'll tell you about yesterday. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Don't forget, we have the podcast on 14 different platforms. So they can binge watch it. So they can binge listen to the podcast over there. Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, everywhere podcasts are found. On your Apple, your Android, honey, wherever you want to find us, there we shall be. So, I was trying to, there we go. I'm gonna post a link for those things because I keep forgetting to do that. And if they don't want to listen to the radio, they can read any of the books, right? We have 7, so they're free to read any of those. They don't do any of that, they can watch the movie. And y'all, if they don't want to do any of that, tell them I said good morning. Like, good morning. How you doing? All right. So I'm going to post the links in here. Here's the YouTube link. I'm going to post it both places. There you go. I tell y'all to go and listen, but I forget to tell you where you can find it. So that is the link for the Fearless Morning Show. Here is mine. If you like LinkedIn, there's that. There's that. I'm trying to find the link to the podcast, so I'll get that for you. So please make sure that you join me some shape, form, or fashion. Make sure you grab you a copy of the notebook, the Fearless Morning Show notebook. And if you've read book 1 and you want the workbook that goes with it. Good morning, Margaret. Thank you. Good morning. I hope you guys are ready to get this day started. So, I was trying to find the link to the podcast, but I cannot for some reason. I found everything but that. But listen, let's talk about something else. Let's go right into the quote of the day because I got questions today. Well, I got questions. I just want to share a thought with y'all. So, the quote for the day, the definition of acceptance. Acceptance is receiving. Good morning, Miss Nicole. Acceptance is receiving without criticism or judgment. To embrace the fullness of a situation or experience. An inner realization that all is well, regardless of the outward expression. That's the definition of acceptance. It is receiving without criticism or judgment. To embrace the fullness of the situation and experience. It is an inner realization that all is well, regardless of the outward expression. I like that definition. Let me put it up here. Because sometimes you hear it and sometimes you need to see it for yourself, right? You just need to see the words. There you go. That is the definition of acceptance, and that is by Miss Iyanla Vanzant. She provides that definition. And so today we're working on acceptance of not only ourselves, but of others. Have you met some people and they cannot accept anybody. Margaret, we're here. They just can't accept people. They don't really know why, but they just can't. So acceptance is receiving without criticism or judgment. To embrace the fullness of a situation or experience. It is an inner realization that all is well, regardless of the outward expression. So if I accept people where they are, that's going to relieve me of my frustration and my ego wanting to change them. Because when you want to change people, it's just your ego trying to change people to get them to be like you want them to be. That's not your business. Your business is to accept them how and where and what they are for right now. Now, you may be a seed planter where you plant seeds so that they can come to realize some things that may help them, that may help you, because you're doing this without criticism or judgment, but that may help them better themselves on their journey. Right. We got to choose to be okay. So in acceptance, let's ask the question. So the question of the day is why? So it's just two questions. Why do you want to be here? Why do you want to do the thing that you're doing right now? Again, we are thankful this morning that we woke up because the creator of the entire world needed you today to make the world go round. You were needed in the very essence of who you are to make the world go round today. That's why you are awake. That's why you are moving. That's why you are speaking. That's why you're talking. That's why you will interact with people you will interact with today, because somebody will need to hear the words that are coming out of your mouth, because that's how important you are. But do you understand why you are here? And why do you want to be here? Some people are waiting on death to be free. Okay. Good morning, Cree. But why do you want to be here? Why do you want to work at this job? Why do you want to work at this place? Why do you want this career? Why do you want to live in that neighborhood? Why do you want? Ask yourself these questions. Are we just doing stuff because everybody else is doing stuff? Good morning, Joshua. Like, why? Not how you're going to do something, how you're going to get to do something, but why. I don't want us to confuse how and why, because some of us don't know our why because we assume we have to understand the how. Right. So some of us be like, I would do that, but I don't know how. And you're skipping, but this is my why. I had no idea how the Fearless Morning Show was going to go. I knew it was part of my why. Jojo, why do you have to do this? Because from the first time I spoke in 2013, and then I call her a little girl because she was like 19, came up to me and said, if you not had told me what you told me that day, I would have stayed in an abusive relationship. 2, I never would have looked for a better job. And she said her thing was she just stopped cussing as much as she used to from one conversation with me. I'm JoJo from North Carolina, good old Far City, born and raised. That became my why. How became less and less important because I understood my why. Now, it doesn't make anybody any different, doesn't make anybody any better. It means we understand our journey a little bit different. So we got to get to the understanding of why am I doing this? Why is this behavior continuing to show itself in my life? Now, voluntarily or involuntary, right? Because sometimes your why is you doing it because mama and them, daddy and them, and that was just the way you raised. That's why we fold the towels the way we do. That's why we cook mac and cheese like grandma used to do. That's why we do that. But how? Absolutely, Margaret. And when you get to that understanding of why, and let's put it back, let's bring it full circle with the quote, with the definition of acceptance. We can't get to the why I'm doing this because I am seeking acceptance first before I tell you my why. Guilty. I wanted acceptance from everybody to continue to do the Fearless Morning Show. Couldn't nobody give that to me. It was my why, and my why was my acceptance. And I had to be well with that. Let me give you the definition again. So when I began to understand my why, the acceptance, right, of me, the acceptance of my current situation, the acceptance of the experience that I was having was well with me. It is an inner realization that all is well, regardless of the outward expression. So regardless of if anybody else understood my why, I accepted that this was my why. Absolutely, Joshua. This is my why. It wasn't anybody else's why. It wasn't anybody else's journey. Nobody else could accept it other than me. Full circle, you've got to accept that this is your why. Let it be well with you so that the next step that you take, you're doing it with the understanding of why you're doing it. You know why you woke up this morning. You know why you're fixing to go to this job. You know why. You know whose life you like. If Miss Cree is on here, she know why she about to go to that school and counsel them children, because she knows she is impacting those kids' lives. She know when she get ready to go sell that house because she's the best realtor in Texas. She know she is impacting somebody's life. Miss Margaret, as she travels the entire United States, honey, she's impacting lives state by state and city by city. Joshua is impacting lives by doing clothing every day in his form and fashion because he understands his why. And everybody's accepting of understanding their why. It's clear as day. They have no bones about explaining to you, this is why I do what I do. I'm clear on that. That's why if you're my purpose partner, if you're my friend, you're not wavering on your why. There may be questions that come in that say, oh, this is what I want to do. But the core why is set. It ain't moving. Not how you're going to do it, but why you're going to do it. How is not that important as why. Because the how will figure. The how is, don't let what I cannot do interfere with what I can do, by John Wooten. That's the how. When I took that quote for my whole life, because I tell you, I live that quote every single day when times is hard. Jojo, don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. And I kept in the forefront of my mind the things that I could do, and everything else took its place. How will get you tripped up. How will stop you from your why. You focusing on how will stop you from your why. I like that. You focusing on your how will stop you from your why. Meaning you going to stop moving. You going to stop working. You going to stop that vision that you had. You just ain't gonna. And you're going to assume you ain't gonna because maybe the Lord didn't mean for me to do it. No, you just got caught up in the how without understanding your why. So you didn't accept where you are. You didn't accept your current reality, situation, or experience. And so you not accepting it because you wasn't willing to look at the whole atmosphere of it. And so your why gets washed away every day. Your why now becomes non-existent and it's not important to you. Absolutely. How is a distraction? Absolutely, Joshua. A form of expression. And listen, and when we understand and accept ourselves, again, the how ain't that important, friend. It's not. It's always going to be the why. Why? And so I just got 2 questions for you. Why do you want to be here? And go back to last week. Jojo, what do you want from me? I just want you to think differently for 2 seconds. That's what I want. You can call me crazy. I'll take it. You can say, that girl from Far City, them Far City people crazy. Them people from North Carolina, I'll take that and I'll raise you one. Why you want to be here? Why do you want to do that thing today? Voluntarily or involuntarily? Well, I got to work. Why? Why do you have to work there? If you read the Bible, it says, why do you work for something that doesn't satisfy your soul? That's in the New Testament. Somewhere around Matthew, Luke, John, somewhere up in there. Why do you work for something that doesn't satisfy your soul? And then as you focus on the why, take the word how out of it. Not how you're going to do it, but why are you going to do it? Why are you here this day? If you say, Jojo, I don't know why, like life has just been so crazy. I don't understand why I'm here or why I'm doing that. Okay, I got you, friend. 5 keys to live past crazy. Number 1 is to be quiet. So sit quietly for a minute. You ain't got to have no paper, no pen. Honey, just sit quietly. And allow your thoughts to come. Allow the real you to come through. Because you're so busy telling yourself what you can't do. Honey, you have no idea what you can or cannot do. You went straight to can and never tried to can. You went straight to could not, never tried to could. You went straight to don't, never tried to do. You focusing on your how will stop you from your why. I had no idea how the Sister Rise Retreat was going to work. I focused on why it needed to happen. It happened last year. Same with this year. It has to happen this year because there's somebody who needs it. That's my why. How will take up space inside of me that I don't have to give. And because I don't have it to give, now listen, I can force how inside of me and I could worry myself to death trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. How you going to do this? Jojo, how you going to write another book? Jojo, how you going to do this? And I will focus so much on what I cannot do. I will never get into the action of doing anything. And I will be sitting there in a straight panic attack, frozen, not doing anything, but complaining about my current situation because I assume I need to focus on the how, when the why, my friend, is the answer. Why is the answer. When you can understand that, yes, it will lead. How will lead you down a rabbit hole, friend, that you can't come out of. But wait a minute. But how are we gonna pay for it? Not my business. The Creator said, Jojo, you are here for this thing. You're here to be the only Live Past Crazy specialist. You are here to help sisters rise, revitalize their individual sacred energy. You are here to write the books. You are here to tell the story. You are here to do the Fearless Morning Show. Don't you never mind about the how part. Not my business. The Creator didn't ask me that. The Creator said, you know what? Today you're awake. Go participate in the universe with your why. The how comes. The next answer comes. The next thing comes. If I focus on the how, I will never get into action. Now, as you understand your why and you write your vision, and we're starting with our beginning, honey, the next steps just seem to open themselves up. And Jojo, you make it sound real easy. Sometimes it is that easy. You got to move yourself out of the way. Why are you doing this thing today? Voluntarily, involuntarily. You doing it because that's the church mama and them went to your whole life. Why? You ain't doing this to your hair because mama and them did it to their hair. Why? Brothers, you doing this thing because your daddy and uncle did it. Why? Now, if the why serves you, and it is aligned to who and what you are, honey, by all means, carry on. I'm just simply asking questions. I just got questions. So on this lovely day, the quote of the day: acceptance is receiving without criticism or judgment, to embrace the fullness of a situation or experience, and inner realization that all is well regardless of the outward expression. I want us to accept where we are today. I want you to accept your why, not your how. I want you to understand why you are here today. And then make it a square up exercise if you want to. Grab your piece of paper, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Why are you doing these things? Why? How is it serving you currently? Why are you doing those things? Not how, but why. And when you focus on your how, you will stop. It will stop you from your why. When you focus on how things will work, it will stop you from your why. Because, let me be clear. Listen, confessions and conversations. Y'all know all of my business by now. So you know I'm very transparent. I'm very, I share my journey, hoping that it will help somebody else. Your why ain't for everybody to understand. It's not for the next person. It's not for me. It's only for you to understand why. Nobody's going to understand JoJo's why I get up and press record on this camera every morning. Nobody's going to understand that. Whether one person shows up, some mornings we have 6 people. That doesn't matter. The why is what is important. Not how many people I will reach, not how many people will listen, but the why. Why am I'm doing this? Because somewhere, someplace, somebody will hear this, and I'm JoJo from North Carolina, and they will say, you know what, that JoJo, she crazy, but I might try this thing. When I focus on my why, and I understand, why did I write books? To tell my business? That I had to understand that and accept myself for that. Not on the how. So you want to be a full-time entrepreneur? Yes. Why? Honey, list those things out. The how. If I get caught up in the how, I'm going to overthink. You're going to have a panic attack. You're going to talk yourself out of it. You're never going to do it. You're going to assume that you're not good enough. You're going to assume the timing is wrong. You're going to assume that God said, no, maybe now's not the right time. Friend, why? Why was the thought given to you? Why does it keep coming up to you? Why do you dream about it? Why is it the first thing that you think about in the morning? Why in the middle of your day it is the thing that you remember the most? Man, if I could do this, why not? I'll tell you why not. Because you're focused on the how. Why I do what I do, or I press record, honey, why I write the books, I do the workbooks, I offer the classes. The why is for me to understand. And I understand my journey. I'm here to help, honey, men and women rise. Revitalize your individual sacred energy. Understand what that is, how you can use it, that you have a superpower if you allow it to guide you. Honey, there was power in every single person the moment you understand your why. Hey, listen, without a doubt, you knew that, right, Joshua? You knew that. And you got to, because your why ain't changing. Like my destiny ain't changing. So how I'm fixing to get there, I can't get caught up. I understand my why. My why is my destiny, is my destination. It is my vision. Why am I doing this thing? And as I work it piece by piece, bite by bite, the answers come. The how comes. Without a doubt. You have to believe. You have got to have an unwavering belief and faith in yourself that your why is enough to sustain and keep you. It provides, period. The clearer you become on your why, the how becomes. The clearer I become on my why, the how becomes. I don't ever have to concern myself with that. Listen, when I first started the Fearless Morning Show, I didn't understand my why. The more I did it, the clearer it became to me. The how was extra because the steps made themselves available. Why are you doing this today? Not how it's going to happen, not how you fixing to get there, but why. And if you continue to focus on your how, it will stop you from your why. You will never handle that dream. You will never see that dream. You will never see that vision come about. There's some things that will never happen if you continue to focus on the how. But you got to be clear on the why. You got to be so clear that when people call and say, JoJo, ain't nobody watching the Fearless Morning Show. Why do you keep doing it? Ain't nobody going to miss you if you don't show up a day. Don't nobody care about what you like. Who are you to be doing the Fearless Morning Show? My why has got to be crystal clear. So when someone comes who doesn't accept where they are in life, you're not going to make me challenge where I am in life. So that my why is so clear. You don't have to understand my why. You don't have to give me the how, because my why is so clear. It's not changing. It's unwavering. My foundation is set. And the how is the extra that I get. My why says show up every morning at 7:30. My why says get up, get completely dressed, put on some lipstick, some earrings, and sometimes some makeup. Honey, do your research, read the book. That is my why. It's not for everybody to understand. Absolutely, Joshua. And we know why now, Margaret, right? And when you get clear on that why, friend, Margaret, you can write the 7 books. Okay? Joshua, you can write the 8 or 9 books. You can write the poetry, honey, Joshua. You can do the movie. You can do all the things when the why becomes clear. When the why becomes clear. And then when you look at the quotes, I'm looking at these down here. Not only they become clearer, they now speak your life. My favorite quote, and y'all, if y'all been with me for a while, you've heard this a gazillion times. When I dare to become powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. That quote is by Audre Lorde. When you dare to be powerful, to use your strength in the service of your vision, meaning you able to use your why in the service of your vision, then it becomes less and less important whether you're afraid. It becomes less and less important the how. And as you understand that why, friend, and you will understand that as a leader, you are truly a server and a servant. And as you let that ego go to say, as a leader, I am a servant, period. Amazing things begin to happen. You will understand not only your why, but why it will change somebody else's life. I'm just saying, Margaret, listen, you got to try. You can't say I can't and you never can. But did you try though? Did you try? So on this great, amazing, most amazing day, get out your piece of paper and write just why, 3 letters. Why am I doing this today? Why? Why do I press record? Why do I think the thought I think? Why does this keep coming back to me? Why am I here? Be like my little nephew, who why is his favorite question. Then when you understand that part, okay, you're going to become clear on a lot of things. Now you can cause a disruption in things. Now you can turn some tables. You can set some stuff on fire. You can do all the things because the why is coming. A to me, Margaret. And Margaret been with me for a very long time. And I appreciate everybody that watches The Fearless or listens to The Fearless Morning Show. I appreciate each and every one of you. Whether somebody shows up or not, honey, what is not changing is my dedication. What is not changing is how I feel about my why in the words and that I will share. Absolutely. So on this lovely day, I hope this has helped somebody today. If it has, please let me know. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. Today, this is for somebody, I don't know who. It was definitely for me. Well, thank you, Josh. I enjoy eating breakfast with you too. So on this great day, the morning show was for me today. The clearer, Jojo, you get on your why, the how is not important. Stay focused on this is why you woke up this morning. This is why you're doing this thing. This is why you press record. This is why there will be 3 more books this year. This is why the Sister Rise Retreat will sell out again. Tickets are $1,200. There are payment plans. Honey, you can do $300 a month. You can do $400. You can do $250. However you see fit to get there. And we will have the most amazing time. People, honey, we're going to revitalize individual sacred energy. One person, as Margaret said, we're going to change the world. I believe one person at a time. One Sister Margaret is doing it one state and one city at a time. Cree is doing it one child at a time. Joshua is doing it one outfit at a time. Honey, if I miss somebody else, you keep on right on doing it. Because you are changing somebody's life today because you understand your why. So I hope you have the most amazing day. The quote of the day, acceptance is receiving without criticism or judgment, to embrace the fullness of a situation or experience, an inner realization that all is well regardless of the outward expression. Write out the word why today. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, why are you doing these things? And then what are you wanting to do? Why do you want to do this thing? Whatever your vision is. Not how you're going to do it, but why. It's going to be a good day. So please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. And if you tag me, I promise I will properly tell you thank you. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days if you don't tag me in the post for me to see it. But I appreciate everybody showing up for the Fearless Morning Show. I appreciate you sharing it. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I appreciate you being in my internet home. I appreciate you being here every single day. And you are my why. Every day. So as I learn, as I stretch, and as I grow, I will always share the why with you. Because we know the how is already taken care of. So on this great day, please make sure you share the show. I hope you have the most amazing day. Think on the why today. Get clear on that. Everything else becomes easier. I promise. Hope you have the most amazing day. And I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.